Hello, fellow Devil Fruit users, Logia Master 666 here, and I have some important news. I have been converted. I am now going to worship in the Church of Madara Uchiha. Enel is not God. Light Yagami is not God of this world. It is Madara Uchiha. And he is back! Officially. Well, technically he was back last week, but he's back for real this time. Kishi said, you know what, I know you guys are probably thinking I'm going to pull out some bullshit this week, even though I did good last week, but nope. This chapter was pretty much about as good as the last one. The only difference between the two was that it was less about plot twists and what the fuck moments and more about badassery and just crazy-ass Madara Uchiha shit. So, it starts off with Sasuke on top of Sai's bird thingy, and he's basically saying, okay, an Uchiha of the present is about to own an Uchiha of the past, which we all know that's not going to happen. If Madara loses, it's not going to be on Sasuke alone. That's just fucking obvious. So Madara Uchiha just closes his eyes, no problem, and Sasuke is flying over. Naruto says, sort of the obvious, attacking him with random jutsu is, you don't want to do that. That's not smart. And I couldn't help but think, well, damn, at least Sasuke is doing something, Naruto. He does nothing this whole chapter. Sasuke at least jumps down and prepares to attack him. But Naruto's just standing there doing nothing. So we see the Hashirama tit, or the Hashirama boob, of course, on top of Madara's chest. He removes his shirt on some fucking man service, if you will, which is, of course, the female equivalent to fan service. But anyway, he basically runs up at Hashirama, grabs him by the fucking throat, and says, no fucks given, no fucks given, and takes his fucking Senju DNA, not his Senju DNA, his Senjutsu chakra. That's fucking crazy. And you see the mask, the Hashirama face, the Hashirama tit, whatever, on his face, get the markings that he would get, of course, in Sage mode. So I guess what that means is that he can initiate Sage mode, essentially. That makes a lot of sense. So Sasuke attacks him, Madara dodges, and Sasuke says something, and as soon as he says this, I fucking lit up. I'm going to make you regret abandoning your Edo Tensei. And I'm like, yes, we're finally going to find out why. He says, I don't care that I'm not an Edo Tensei anymore. Who cares? So he stabs Madara right in the arm. It wasn't intended that way, of course. Madara just sort of parried, and it went through, and I'm like, well, damn. I mean, I know that's not a lethal wound, but that shit's gotta hurt. He got impaled through the fucking arm. And Madara still has his eyes closed. No fucks given. Your Mangekyo. I can see why your movements are so quick, so fluid. I think I'll take your eye and until I get my Renegon. Take your Mangekyo, like I'm Christmas shopping. And Sasuke's like, what the fuck? So we cut over to Obito, Kakashi, Minato, and Black Zetsu. Unfortunately, Obito is still technically alive. I don't know if he'll stay that way, but he's still alive, and that pisses me off. So Black Zetsu informs us, of course, that Obito's purpose was initially for Black Zetsu, which we already knew, of course. And he says, I'll be taking your left eye, no problem, no problem. And before that even gets done, he goes into his body, and we end up seeing basically an unneeded flashback. It was a flashback of Black Zetsu, and basically they were showing us in detail what happened to him after he was beaten by Chojuro. Now, for those of you who had forgotten, Chojuro was the assistant of the Mizukage, Meitorumi. He cuts him up, and that's the last time we saw him beforehand, when it was like, oh shit, he got beaten or whatever. And he basically gets a telepathic link from Madara. And he says, go to Obito, wait until I tell you what the fuck to do. And after that, we see him go into the ground and do some other shit. So it's like, we already knew this. We could have figured out that he just crawled into the ground or disappeared or something like that. The only new information we got was the telepathic link. We didn't even need that, really. So it was like, what the hell? They wasted like 3 pages on some information we could have pieced together on our own. But anyway, it was cool to see Obito alive only for one reason. It was bad in general because I want this fucker to die. But there was one saving grace, and that was, as my buddy Curtis Schaffer says, he is now going to die as he lived. as a fucking useless puppet being controlled by Madara's will. Literally. That is what Black Zetsu technically is, Madara's will. So, yeah, I can't... What I hope happens is that he'll actually die for real, and even when Obito's dead, his body's still being controlled on some fucking puppet no jutsu bullshit, and even in death, he'll be fucking manipulated, and that would just be beyond fucking hilarious and satisfying. So we cut back over to Sasuke and Madara, and it almost seems like it's gonna be Taku no Jutsu, but not quite on Sasuke's side, but on Madara's. For a moment, it almost had that sense, and other people agreed that it almost seems like Madara is about to Taku no Jutsu Sasuke into joining his war and into joining his side. But I thought it was going to happen for a second, but I was like, no. Flip-flopping like that again would just be a waste of his character, which has already been a waste of his character in general anyway, personally. But he basically says, yeah, I don't want your talk no jutsu. I don't want your bullshit. I've had to deal with it from Naruto. I just dealt with it recently from Hashirama. I don't want to hear your talk no jutsu, Madara. The only thing I want is to cut your fucking head off. So we continue onward, and basically Madara does a fire jutsu. It says Katon Haiji Gakuren no Jutsu, which translates to fire style, hidden ashes and dust. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. That makes a lot of sense. And it looks like some sort of shockwave. Of course, it's going to be fire. Naruto gets burned a bit. Sasuke has to block. And next thing you know, we see Fodder Ninja just go flying everywhere. And you get this massive ass spread. And there's so much in this one spread that you got to understand. First, there's Hashirama with his chest out and his Hashirama man boob, Sage Jutsu style. And he's stepping on corpses of Fodder Ninja. And you'll notice the bubble even literally says the word absorb. Of course, before it would have the symbols for absorb, but they're pretty much saying straight up, he is absorbing Kyuubi chakra and using it to heal. So it's like, Naruto, you remember when you were giving out all your precious chakra when you were told not to all the random fodder who have not done shit in this entire war? Yeah, guess what? It's biting you in the ass. Their bodies are literally supplying the chakra for Madara to heal. He basically never lost his Edo Tensei. And you can say, oh, well, Logia Master, he may sort of have infinite healing, but not infinite chakra. No, it's the same thing. He can absorb Kyuubi chakra, presumably through the Sage Jutsu, the Sage mode. So, yeah, he basically has unlimited chakra around him and unlimited healing, so long as he can actually get to the person. Now, if you blow his fucking head off, that's another story. But he has lost very little part of his Edo Tensei. He has almost all the same capabilities of healing and all the same capabilities of chakra absorption and chakra regeneration. And guess what? He does exactly what we said. Right afterward, it says, it's about time I hunt down you filthy beasts. And you see all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-tailed beasts. Of course, the other two are not right in front of there. And basically, he's going to go Christmas shopping. Shukaku, nice. 4 tails, 3 tails, nice. This is going on my Christmas list. He's just going to take them all one by one until it becomes fucking like Jubito, but like way fucking better, because let's face it, it's Madara Uchiha. Anything he has, that Obito has, he's going to do better. He's used the Mangekyo better, he's used the Rinnegan better, thank fucking God, and he's going to use the fucking Jubi better. Now, I don't know how he's going to handle the 8 tails, since that octopus little tentacle thing is gone. I don't know how that's going to work, or even if he needs it, but the fact of the matter is, dude, look at that panel. There are dozens upon dozens of ninja with Kyuubi chakra for him to not only use to heal, but maybe even to use as a substitute for the Kyuubi. Think about that. So, this chapter was fucking awesome. I'm going to give it a well-deserved 4.5 out of 5. The only reason it has not gotten a perfect score of a 5, like last week's, is Obito. He is still alive. Last week got a 5 because it was interesting in the fact that it brought up a what the fuck plot twist, and also because we could assume that Obito was dead. This time, even though it was great badassery, great insight to what it was he was going to do without his Edo Tensei, and we also got to see Sasuke actually sort of do something, the downside was that it wasn't plot twisty, and I'll be honest, I love action, but I love plot plot twist as much, if not more. It's just my personal preference. And also because Obito is still alive. Now you could say, oh, well, Logia, he's probably going to die later. I understand that, but he's not dead now. That's just my personal take on it. Now, what did you guys think of the chapter? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you not read it? I hope you read it. So that's all. I'll see you guys next week. And oh my god, yes, worshipping in the Church of Madara. Sorry, Enno. Sorry, Light Yagami. Madara Uchiha. Signing out. Fuck yes. I can't wait till next week. I'm rambling on because it was so fucking good. Sayonara.